the scriptures. And apparently Instagram and its algorithm could see me struggling, could see my search history and started to preach to me daily a message of peace and positivity. It was like they knew I felt isolated, knew I was questioning, and slowly I fell for the sweet sounding messages coming through. Children, beware. Hungry wolves lurk around every corner. Social media is an endless supply of would-be preachers. The nature of the platform was built for creating followers. But whether it's from TikTok or a pulpit, the enemy knows what you want to hear, what you long for, what your weaknesses are, and where you're unsure. He simply speaks to that. We want teachers to cater to our passions, feed us sweetness, and we're quick to abandon. Meanwhile, they make a literal killing off this teaching, commodifying, deceiving, and real people are leaving the faith. False teachers turn the gospel into a lie and try to pimp the beauty of truth for profit, fake prophets, whispering psalms in your ear like sweet nothings, performing with borrowed splendor, having an appearance of godliness while lacking its power, and with each reckless breath, they speak words that lead you astray and away from Christ. And why? Why would we be so tempted to leave the glory of God for folly? Why are we so prone to wander down paths made by men of dust instead of God himself? Because it's easier. It's more comfortable to believe in a God made in our image instead of the other way around. And out of all the idols in the world, the one that's hardest for us to give up is us. Word. A single distinct meaningful element of speech or writing used with others or sometimes alone to form a sentence like Jesus is the Word. The Word made flesh. The Word that was and is to come. Remember when he said you cannot live on bread alone? And what good father when asked for bread would give stone? In the same way, God has given his word to his own like food for the soul. Add it up, the sum is truth. Apply it, it bears fruit. Search it out like a sleuth. Cause some would lead God's sheep astray using persuasive words to sway, but don't listen to these propagandists. The beginning is foolishness, the end is madness, but this word is too holy for that. And this God is too glory. In fact, if they aren't preaching that Jesus is king, then that message failed the test and you should pass. Be not afraid of these antichrists, for the one in you is greater. When you're walking that narrow way and you're tempted to go astray, he's greater. When you're feeling confused and you don't know where to turn, he's greater. When addictions threaten to make you their slave, he's greater. When anxiety is taking over your mind, he's greater. When you're searching for grace but it's shame you find, I'm telling you, church, he's greater. When you feel down and out and pressed on all sides, guess what? Still greater. When you want to hide, when you're out of time, when the enemy is Goliath and your hope is dying, in the joy, in the suffering, in the sickness, and in the health, in the trauma, whether you have plenty or you're down to your last penny, he's greater. Saints, he's what? Greater. Truth. That which is true, in accordance with fact or reality, accurate or exact. See, Jesus doesn't just have the truth, he boldly claimed to be the truth. And this holy truth is able to keep us and prevent us from falling. Remember that old hymn? My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name, on Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand, and ain't that the truth?